Hot Springs is a very magical place. Before we discovered America, every 10 or 20 years, the tribes have a gathering. And this gathering took place here in this area. And even tribes that were at odds, they would leave their weapons outside and come in peace here. And this was considered a land for healing, both physically because of the hot springs and spiritually. And what's interesting about this is that after all these years, when all these traditions have faded in the fogs of time, we now feel the echoes of those energies. We are not really here trying to reinvent Hollywood or trying to bring the glamour of the showing off of the stars. We are here paying tribute to the unspoken truth and to the passionate desire to tell a story.
Like the area over a couple inches. Yeah, there you go. It's a cold, rainy day. Not a good day to be on the marquee, I guarantee. The film will go on. You know, I think as a filmmaker, you're probably going to agree it's probably one of the finest festivals you've been to because of the hospitality, the history of the building, the unique setting, and there's people from all over the world that come here all the time.
My name's Camille, and I'm all the way from Australia. I live in Sydney, Australia. And I'm here with my film Big Dreamers, and you can tell that all the people here are really proud of the Hot Springs, documentary festival, because they're all behind it. They all want to be a part of something that's sort of in a way that's bigger than them.
Ert, do you want to talk to our new volunteers?
Well, just the idea here is we're trying to make this a pleasant experience for everybody that comes in. We just never say the phrase, "It's not my job."
It takes a lot of volunteers. When you figure this whole festival is put on by 3 paid employees and everybody else is a volunteer, it's shocking what we get done every year.
Our volunteer group is First Presbyterian Church, Hot Springs. It's our, and that's our first group today. And then we're going to have another group of Oaklawn's going to follow them.
First Presbyterian. I want you also, for your new volunteers, to realize there are over 650 volunteers here. And we have just been named the documentary community in the United States because of people like you. So, great.
It truly is a grassroots effort, and we're the oldest institution and documentary institution in the United States, and second only to Amsterdam. So here we are, 16 years later. We received 999 films submitted, 97 were chosen. We have a volunteer screening committee. There are 32 people, 16 in Little Rock, 16 here. They serve for 3 years and then they go off for a year. And they guarantee that they will watch 150 films. That's a lot of films to watch. Changing diapers, dinner, just personal relationships, going to work. How do you fit that all in? So they're really committed.
What grade level do we have?
6.
Wow. Enjoy the movie.
Thank you.
As a cultural outing, it was a tremendous way of bringing culture to our students.
You guys ready for this? Okay. Thanks for coming.
We have every age and all ethnic backgrounds. Our oldest attendant that we know is 101.
So have you volunteered here before?
Oh yes, I've been here several years now. We enjoy it. We come here, I work 2 or 3 shifts here.
Well,
I like to be greeted and meet the people. Love people.
Good place to be for that.
You need to go down the basement.
Yeah.
The dungeon.
But we're down in the basement now, and it's just a walk down memory lane for me. Before this was the Malco, and I believe we're talking about going back into the teens, the 20s, the 30s. It was called the Princess. And these are some of the original doors off the old Princess Theater. Now, the back of the theater here was, in the old days of segregation, the black entrance. They had their own entrance, they had their own walkway to a segregated balcony. These few seats here were overflow. in case any of the white viewers downstairs didn't have seats, they could sit there. But this wall was to keep the African Americans separated.
Being at the theater and watching all these volunteers doing their thing and making everybody feel welcome, and you know, their pure love for the cinema is very inspiring. For a filmmaker, when you sit in the theater with the audience and you see that they respond to what you're doing, it makes everything worthwhile.
One of the things that's probably better than most of the festivals I've been in is the attendance. You get more than 5 people turning up to your film, because that happens a lot in other festivals. You're lucky to get 5.
This is my first time being in this festival. It was a good crowd, one of the best crowds I've ever had for any of my films at any festival.
We have to count the fannies in the seats for grants, and after adding those numbers up last year, it was 24,550 people right here in 10 days, you know, amongst the beauty of this nature and the friendliness of these people.
You're planning out the day's screenings?
Seeing what there is available and checking, making our choices, that's correct. A lot to choose from.
So are you going to spend the entire day at the theater, or?
Well, we're going to stay as long as our bodies will allow.
Our bodies and our brains will allow.
How many films do you think you're going to see today?
Probably
We'll be here all day.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll be here all day until they close.
Great, wow. So what brings you here? Where are you from?
Pennsylvania and Illinois originally, but we're traveling indefinitely, and this is our second time we've been here to the film festival.
It's definitely our type of festival.
Excellent. Okay, well, enjoy it. Yep. Yeah.
It's a friendly audience. There are also people who have really seen a lot of documentaries.
We have art films, we have history films, we have social issues, we have ethnic issues. Every year is a little different.
They got the best ones, that's for sure. I mean, you can tell. And some of them you wouldn't expect. Some of them are about something you wouldn't think would be that interesting. But you sit down, every one of these has something to say.
A lot of things I never thought I'd be interested in that I really am interested in. It's amazing.
I think it exposes people to different concepts and different ways of being.
More and more people are looking to the documentary filmmakers as giving them the truth. With reality TV and everything else, where's news? And so for me, what it zeroes down to me is that the documentaries are the language of hope. And they also are recording our history right now. And I don't think there's ever been a more exciting time to be a documentary filmmaker.